Hey everybody, I am back with my Scents of Days Gone By number 7, something like that. Hey, just a warning, I just need to talk for a second, so I'll put like an annotation in here, like of where to skip to if you don't want to hear me just blabber on for a while. But this week has been a really strange week in terms of wax, because I'm looking at what I have here in front of me, and for the most part, things just for some reason didn't seem to be throwing this week as well as they did before. In general, I don't know if I'm like getting candle nose or what's going on, but it just seems that like stuff just wasn't meshing this week with me that well. I don't know what's going on really. It's kind of strange. And then I had kind of a wax experience that from the haul that I got that I did not film, and I'm not going to film. I'm not going to say the vendor, and please don't message me asking for the vendor's name or anything like that, but I ordered wax tarts from a small vendor on Etsy, and I was really excited. It was someone I had never heard of. I wanted to give them a shot. The wax tarts came in like, I think, a pack of 4. They were scallop tarts. Really cute tarts, by the way, and everything like that. So I think the packs were around somewhere between $5 to $6 a pack, and they're only in a pack of 4. And at the time, I really didn't think about it, so I just kind of got it. And then shipping was like $9.50. So I got my box, and it was like... Here, I actually have the box over here. I'm not going to show you guys like the label or anything, but it was like this kind of size box, so it's kind of like a little, you know, smaller square kind of box, right? And then in there was a ton of packing material, and then these 4 packs of tarts, you know, 4 packs of 4 scallop tarts each, and I started looking at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, there's hardly any wax in here, and then I realized that I had paid like $32 for it. And then I started getting upset, and I was like, wait a minute, like I paid $32 for 4 packs of 4 scallop tarts each? Like what? Like no, like that's like, you know, with the shipping included, that's like paying $2 for a single tart that at the end of the day, I think weighs less than an ounce. And then the way that they were packaged, each of the tarts were individually saran wrapped. And then so 4 individually wrapped, saran wrapped tarts in like a plastic bag, and it wasn't polypropylene. It was kind of just like a soft plastic baggie and tied at the top with a really cute ribbon. So I told myself I need to contact the vendor and probably ask if she packages her tarts in polypropylene just to kind of feel that out. I'm not going to put up a haul on it because I don't want to blast her. I don't know how long she's been doing tarts for, and I don't want to like make a big stink about it or anything like that. But I mean, the tarts smell awesome when I got them. They smell good. They look great. I just think that, you know, paying somewhere between, I'm not gonna say the exact number in case you guys are trying to find this vendor, but paying somewhere between $5 to $6, you know, for a 4 pack of scallops is just a little much, especially when you're used to paying more around $1 to $1.10 an ounce for wax. So anyways, I got that, and that kind of jarred me a little bit. And then between the scents not throwing the way that I normally am used to them throwing, I did do destashing, and I'm really happy about that. And if anyone that bought the destashes is watching this, I was like looking over them again and again, like trying to make sure I got like the right person's name and the right address on the right box, and everything like that. And I put some packaging on the top because when I initially do the destashes, I kind of filled up the box haphazardly to get an idea of how much would fit in there. And then when I actually was shipping it, you know, I put everything in there like a little bit more tightly packed, and I realized I had a little bit of space at the top, so I put a little bit of packaging material in there. I didn't put any extra wax in there because I'm probably going to throw some extras into the Joe Grant Memorial donation that I made, because that box is packed, and I have a feeling stuff in there is going to get squished. So I think I'm going to put together a small box to go along with the big box full of some stuff because it's pretty squished. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm rambling, but it's like late on Saturday night, and I wanted to film this video, but I kind of wanted to get that stuff off my chest about just things that are going on this week. Let me know if you have any thoughts on the vendors or that vendor, you know, with the kind of expensive tarts and the packaging with the saran wrap and the non-polypropylene. If there's another way I should approach it. I have not emailed her yet or anything like that. I kind of don't really know how to approach it and sound, you know, like knowledgeable and helpful, but without being like accusatory. You know what I'm saying? So any advice there is appreciated. All right, so getting into what I've melted this week. Kind of a random assortment of things. So let's just start with this, because I did not enjoy this at all. So this doesn't help, right? Like, hey, here's an empty bag. I thought I took a picture of these, and I didn't. They were these really cute like roundy things, like half round things that have like this strawberry, kind of look like a strawberry tart kind of thing. I did get this in a D-stash. I do not remember who D-stashed this to me, so I can't vouch for how old it is. It was like this really nice strawberry flavor. Great strawberry bakery flavor on cold, but it didn't throw at all. But you know, it could have been because of the age. I can't speak to how old this was. But if anybody recognizes this packaging, let me know, because I would definitely not write this vendor off. I mean, I would love to get fresh stuff from this vendor because I was very impressed by how it looked. Like I said, it had like a curvy round thing that was like flattened off, so I think like a half sphere, and then like, you know, some like frosting around it, then like a strawberry right there in the middle. Super cute, super cute. But I want to get some new products from that vendor to see how they do. Okay, so this one I got this one I melted from Tiffany Canvas Pink Loops. This one threw well. I melted it in an 18-watt hot plate. Smells like pink sugar and Fruit Loops, but stronger on the pink sugar on cold and hot, but a great scent. So this one did very well for me. I threw the whole scent shot in there, and I was very happy with that one. This one I did from Victoria's Designer Creations in Loopy Lollies. I'm normally not like a candy person, but this was such a cute scent shot, and it had these sprinkles on it and everything. And it's a candy scent that I can tolerate, and on hot, on warm, it smelled really good. Just a nice like vanilla candy scent, kind of cotton candy kind of smelling too. Really nice. I would say that the throw was medium. So this was one of the ones that surprised me this week, because Victoria's Designer Creations before, I've gotten great throw from this kind of like volume of wax. This one was medium, I would say, but not characteristic of what I've been getting from Victoria's Designer Creations. But I mean, I'd still get it again. Like I said, sometimes you guys, there's nothing wrong with a medium throw, depending on what you're looking for in your tart or the size of the room that you're melting it, right? So when I say medium throw, sometimes it doesn't always mean bad. I mean, if it's bad, I'll tell you that it was bad. Like that first one was bad. But I'm owing that to probably the age of the wax, you know, since it was a D-stash. I'm going to leave the Scentsy probably for the end because they all go together. This one from the Bathing Garden, green tea and cherry blossom kiwi. I love the smell of this. It's kind of one of the first tea ones that I've melted and cherry blossom ones that I've melted. Great spa scent. It was it was beautiful. I put 3 cubes in a 24-watt hot plate. Initially, this is when my mom was here, like back around the holidays. It had barely started to melt, and my mom was like, too much, too much. So I shut it off. I remelted it the other day when she was saying, well, another day when she was taking a nap. And then I took the other 3 cubes and I threw it into the Glade warmer. And then for some reason, it wasn't throwing the same way in the Glade as it was in the 24-watt. I know the Glade's a 20-watt, so maybe that it had something to do with it. But the first time I melted it, it was a fabulous throw, fabulous. The second time I melted it, it was like medium. Probably due to the wattage of the warmer. But I mean, it was a beautiful scent, and I would repurchase that for sure. This one here from Two Timing Tart, Still Not Ginger. I'm going to pull up the scent description over here. This one is one of my favorites on cold and hot. It's orange peel, fizzy, ginger ale, and pink sugar. I mean, you guys, doesn't that sound delicious? And I remember even when I was melting it, I couldn't really smell the pink sugar. So if you guys are adverse to pink sugar, or you're trying to slowly immerse yourselves in pink sugar, I think this is a good one as like a transition kind of tart, because it's not overpowering on warm, but it's just, I think you get more of that ginger ale and then a little bit of the orange and then like a smaller amount of the pink sugar. It's a beautiful blend. Beautiful. However, like this was only about like a medium throw for me, and Two Timing Tart historically has thrown pretty good for me in either a 20 or 24-watt hot plate warmer. This one was just medium, and I wish this one could knock me out of the park, because I love this scent. It's a beautiful scent. I will still continue to repurchase this scent. But it just, I would love to have a better throw, but maybe I need to mess around with the wattage of the warmers as well. Like maybe I'll take my 18-watt upstairs and mess with it. But I mean, I would repurchase that. Steel Valley scents, I melted this one in Cactus and Sea Salt. I mean, I think everybody knows what this smells like. It's a really good spa scent, a little bit kind of like on the soapy. I think Cactus and Sea Salt, like I've noticed lately, to me it's just been smelling spa / more soapy kind of clean scent. This one had, I would say, about a medium throw. And what did I melt this one in? I think I melted this one in the Glade warmer, a 20-watt hot plate. So I would say about a medium throw. You know, but once again, like I said, not necessarily anything wrong with that. But this is another one of the tarts, like in the bedroom, like I say in every video, I tend to throw on the tart and start melting it as I'm going to bed. So a lot of the times, take what I say about these spa scents, the bedroom tarts, with a grain of salt. because when you're in the room when it's melting, I feel like you don't really get to assess it as well, because you know, you just don't really notice it because it's melting while you're in there, right? And you don't notice it increasing in scent and things like that. So I would say this was a medium throw from what I assessed, but I would still repurchase this, and I would love to assess it again, like melt it, leave the room, come back an hour later and really be able to assess it. But I do like Steel Valley scents, and I like everything that I've gotten from Steel Valley scents for the most part. This one from Rainbow Melts, Holiday Treasures. I don't have a scent description. This kind of smells like a cousin of tinsel, kind of like a berry, kind of like, yeah, like a berry warm scent, maybe a tiny bit of pine, something like that. It smells to me similar to tinsel. I threw 2 trees in. There were 6 trees in here. I threw 2 trees in at a time. This one was strong. It was a very good throw, so I was very happy with it. But I think now that I guess maybe I'm more of a seasonal melter than I thought. I think now that the holidays are over, I'm probably not going to be looking for this kind of scent again until next Christmas. Also from Rainbow Melts, Blueberry Butter Brickle Bread. This one threw amazingly well. If you guys watched my Wax 101 video, this is the one I was melting when I was filming it. It was like a bundt cake. Holy crap. Sorry. You guys notice I'm cursing more in my videos? Maybe crap's not really a curse word though, but anyways. This one is gorgeous. This will probably make one of my top 5 scent blends so far that I can get from Rainbow Melts. It is just really, really good. And I think I have like 2 or 3 more bundt cakes left in this. And I'm going to hoard the heck out of them. Unless I can get some at the next opening this month. From Front Porch, Black Raspberry Lemon Cupcakes. This one is one of my all-time favorite scents on cold and melted. It smells really good. I love that black raspberry scent. I think it's blackberries and raspberries together. I'd say the Cupcakes makes this maybe a little bit on the sweeter side, a little bit too sweet for me. But I mean, it pretty much smells exactly as described. You get that black raspberry scent, you get a lemon, and you get a sweet cupcake bakery scent. And these were 4 ice cream scoop tarts. I did do 2 at a time. Oh yeah, 2 at a time. I think one time I did it in an 18 water, and the next time I did it in the 24 watt hot plate. Performed pretty well. I would say it didn't knock me out of the park like some of Front Porches do, but it was still a good throw. Would repurchase that for sure. This one from L3 Waxy Wonders, Lemon Poppyseed. I actually have this melting right now on my 18 watt hot plate, and I've been kind of like walking in and out and around the house to try to assess how it's throwing, and I would say that it's got like a medium throw. I can't really detect it when I'm approaching it. If I go up the stairs, I can smell it better when I go up, but it's not filling my top floor like some of the other ones do that I melt in the entryway. That being said, this is one of the nicest lemon scents I think I have ever smelled. I've never had a lemon poppy seed before, but for me it hits that perfect lemon where it's not too tart and it's not too sugary sweet and it's not like a clean lemon. It's just a really nice, fresh, slightly baked on the bakery side lemon, very slight, but this is a gorgeous lemon scent. I wish that it was throwing a little bit better for me. It is in an 18 watt hot plate. I think L3 Waxy Wonders historically have gotten better throw in the 24 water, so that's probably what it is, would be my guess. But like I said, I wouldn't let this deter you guys from this one. It's a great scent, and I think it's just, I gotta mess with the wattages to see what brings it out the best. This one from Rainbow Melts, Wildberry Mousse Zucchini Noel. I think these were 3 Teddy Tarts? What were they? I can't remember the shape. They were these really cute purple ones though, and I really like Crystal's zucchini scent. It's got, I can kind of recognize it now. I think I'm getting better recognizing the different vendor zucchini scents. It's a nice creamy zucchini, and this one smells similar to me to the this actually don't have it here. It smells similar to me to this one. So I did melt through 1 mini loaf and Mary Berry zucchini. I think this one has Wildberry Mousse zucchini and maybe a couple other fruits, and this one you can see is Wildberry Mousse Zucchini Noel. So these are kind of in the same family. They both threw really well. This one I chunked up into 2, this loaf I chunked up into 2 things. It's just that I really do like the combination of that Wildberry Mousse and the zucchini scent from Rainbow Melts. I think it's really good. I apologize, I think this one has Wildberry Mousse. Somebody can probably correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But I definitely did enjoy both of those. Maybe this week hasn't been as bad as I thought, you guys. I'm going crazy here. This one I did from L3 Waxy Wonders in Blueberry Ice Cream. I melted this in the entryway again in the 18 watt. I think I need to stop melting L3 in the 18 watt. I think that's probably my problem. This is a really gorgeous blueberry scent, and I remember it being, I just remember it smelling really good. That's all I really remember. But the same thing as that other one from L3, just in the 18 water, it just wasn't throwing the way that I wanted it to. So I would still repurchase this, but like I said, I think I need to move all my L3 stuff to the 24 waters for the time being and see how they go there, because like, historically they've been really good. This one from 10 Digit Creations, Crunchberry Crisp. This one I did melt in the 18 watt hot plate. It performed real good. I really do like that Crunchberry Crisp scent. I have a lot of it because it's just so nice and fresh and crisp and fall crisp. It's Crunchberry Crisp and it's crisp. Yes, I suck at this. Go ahead and tell me how much I suck at reviewing wax stuff. Anyways, it was really good. And, you know, for the single Tart from 10 Digit Creations, it threw like a champ in that 18 water. I did one more from Rainbow Melts in Wildberry Mousse Cake Batter Ice Cream. This one, I would say, in the 24 watt hot plate, this was like two Kit Katty kind of looking like chunky things. I did throw it all in at the same time, so I'm not exactly sure how many ounces that was altogether. You probably could have done half and half. In the 24 watt one, though, for some reason, it only had about a medium throw. And this is the first thing I've ever gotten from Rainbow Melts, which I would say had a medium throw, ever. Because they always throw super duper well. That being said, I mean, it's still through. I can still smell it. But I think what it is this scent is more of a subtle scent to begin with. I'm here smelling it. Because it's kind of that cake batter ice cream. It's like a very, like, light, sweet bakery scent mixed in there with a Wildberry mousse. So I just don't think that this scent is like a hit you in the face scent, like a blueberry scent, like I think generally they hit you in the face kind of thing. But I mean, it was still enjoyable. I still liked it. It is a tad on the sweet side for me, I would say. So I probably would not repurchase this specific one just because it's a little too sweet. But I mean, you know, if you really like sweet, then I would go get that one. I did two from Rosegirls. This one here is in, I got this in a D-stash, I think from Kirby. This was in Royal Baked Zucchini Bread. This is a very sugary, sweet zucchini bread, and I do really love it. It smells more cookie-ish to me than zucchini bread. Now, I've never eaten zucchini bread, but I melted, this was one chunk, and it was kind of a smaller chunk than you normally get from Rosegirls, and I actually chopped it up into two halves, because my mom was here and I wanted to not overpower her, so I put in just a half. It threw really, really well, and my mom I've never had zucchini bread, but she was telling me that zucchini bread is can be very, very sweet. So to me, this is a very sweet, kind of more cookie-ish zucchini bread, and I really love it. I think this is great, and this went through like a champ. Both times I melted half a chunk, and that's half a chunk, you guys. So that one was really good. This one, Wildberry Cotton Candy Frosting and Raw Sugar Cookie, I actually am melting it right now in my 24 water. I threw the whole chunk in. This one for me, for some reason, is just not throwing as well. You know, and I don't know what it is. It may be me getting candle nose, because all the other Rosegirls I've ever melted before, I threw into the 24 water. You know, I've also been in the living room this entire time it's been melting, so it's possible, like, being acclimated to it, I'm just not smelling it. It's just possible that just certain fragrance oils, right, are just not as strong as others, or, you know, whatnot. It's a gorgeous scent, though. I love this blend. It's like a perfect, it's like sweet and candy-ish, but not too sweet and too candy-ish for me, and I love that Wildberry scent. Really good. So I may have to play around maybe with the wattages of the warmers to see if I can get a little bit of a better throw. And I'm hoping I can, because I think I got like a whole loaf in this blend during the last Rosegirls opening, because it's a great blend, you guys. I just wish it was more in your face, at least for me, because I want to be like immersed in this scent because it smells so good. From Scentsy, I finished 3 of these that I melt upstairs in like the single cube at a time and that bathroom thing. Sorry, you guys, this is a long video because I was bitching at the beginning. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to start with this one here, Cerise. This one is Cherry Blossom, Fresh Plum, and Soft White Blooms. It's a little bit too, like, drugstore floral to me. Like, it smells too much like a bad floral perfume that's just, like, nothing special about it. And I very rarely ever get a good throw from that single cube in the Scentsy warmer upstairs. I don't even know why I bother putting a cube in there every night, because it doesn't like seem to ever do anything. It's like I'm just throwing in a cube every night to throw in a cube and melt stuff and say that I melted stuff. So I would not repurchase this. And I would say that this did not have any better of a throw than any of the other ones that I melted up there, you know, so about average. Now this one, Neverland, I think this one is discontinued, which breaks my heart. This is geranium, glowing pink pepper, and toasty cedar. And this one, I really do like the smell. I really love it, but I'm a fan of those like green / piney scents, so this is right up my alley. And it's got a slight floral on there, but not too much. And when I melted it, it smelled exactly like it did cold. Like I said, when I say it smelled the warm smell, that's like me standing like 2 feet from the warmer, and then I can smell it, you know. But I would still repurchase this, I would say, but melts a bigger volume, like just as a regular Tart and not in that single cube thing. Do any of you guys out there get a good throw in that single cube plug-in warmer from any vendor? Is there a better vendor to use, or am I missing something? Because, I mean, I don't want to just keep using wax just to use wax, you know, in there. This last one here is Havana Cabana. This is pineapples, oranges, bananas, and berries. This one is I'm not a fan of. I don't know what it is that I'm smelling in there. I can't. Maybe it's their pineapple smell. Maybe that's what I'm smelling in here, but for some reason, it just wasn't a fan of it. It smells very artificial to me. And then I just kind of melted through it because I just wanted to get through it. I threw in a couple cubes and I was like, oh, I don't really like it, but I need to finish it. So that's what I did. And it's not like I could smell it that much, right? So why does it even matter? But yeah, so this one I would not repurchase. I don't think I'm a fan of Scentsy's pineapple scent. I do want to finish with this one to kind of go into stuff that's not empties, but just other stuff I'm melting. From Ava's Country Cupboard, I did get this in a de-stash from Kirby a couple months ago. These are these little cute cookies and sweet maple cheesecake. Oh man, I melted 2 of them, which I know is a lot of wax because that's like the size of it right there. So I melted 2 of these this morning in the 18-watt one by the entryway through like a champ. Smells delicious. She's got one of the best cheesecake scents in my opinion. It's just smooth and creamy, just delicious. And that maple in here, the maple doesn't overpower it. It's like a good combination of maple and cheesecake, because sometimes maple can really like overtake a scent, but this one is really really good. And you can see like this one was poured or received back in August, and it's still throwing like a champ. It's performing really well. So right, you guys, this is it. I'm really sorry if this video came across as more negative than some of my other videos. You know, if I hope I'm not like offending anybody out there, but you know, I am not an expert, right? These are just, I think I actually saw a YouTube video once that said, you know, these kind of videos that we do, like what I've melted or warm reviews, are not thorough enough to be considered like a review. Like if you do an actual review of a vendor's product, you should probably like do it more scientifically, like take notes on the wattages of the warmers, room size, you know, stuff like that. This is basically me, who's an amateur, throwing it on there once, you know, seeing what I think of it with my candle nose and everything that's driving me crazy, I think, and then telling you guys. So, you know, I mean, take all this stuff with a grain of salt, and take everybody's warm reviews with a grain of salt. You can't really say enough about any particular scent or vendor probably off of just melting something once and smelling it for 6 to 8 hours. So, but I'm looking forward to a new week, because this has been a weird wax week for me. The only really good thing that's happened has been the de-stashes. I'm really excited about doing those de-stashes, but oh, and I did get a lot of good orders. So all the hauls I did are really good, but you know, just been kind of strange. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry that this one is, I'm being a negative Nancy, but I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.